Welcome back to the channel, everyone. For those of you who don't know us, we are the Justice Family. My name is Jackie.
I go by T.
And in today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be reacting to let's just say, a self-entitled person's video. And while this is relevant, is because currently, for those of you who hasn't been following our journey, we recently had a tenant in our home who happened to be on Section 8, who felt like they were entitled to the world and completely destroyed our home, causing over $30,000 in damages.
More than Section 8, she got all of the other government assistance also.
Yeah, she had everything you can possibly name.
Changed so much stuff, some of the stuff I've never even heard of, didn't even know about.
Yeah.
She was telling us about,
So we're going to play a video of someone that we just came across today in our feed, and we're going to react to it and see what you guys say.
Got a DHS letter in the mail this morning, and I just now opened it, and somebody reported me to the state of Michigan because I'm making money on TikTok, and I drive a 2024 BMW. They have cut my food stamps from almost $4,000 a month down to $88 a month. They are telling me if I want a review that I have to sell my car. So you're telling me if you were on welfare, food stamps, cash assistance, Section 8, you can't drive a nice car? They are forcing me to sell my brand new BMW, or I lose almost $4,000 in food stamps. Not only that, they have taken my cash assistance totally away. They are telling me that Section 8 will no longer be paying 95% of my rent, only 10% of my rent. So I will have to pay a little over $400 a month now instead of $60 a month.
So with this video, this is tough. I'm willing to bet, like, if you look at the percentage of people who actually need the assistance compared to the people who are just getting over on it and been on it forever, I bet you that percentage of people who are just using the system and getting over it's much higher compared to the people that actually just truly need the benefits. I mean, these programs, they're giving people, you guys know, you get housing, food stamps. I remember a tenant was telling us that she don't even have to pay for daycare. She get free daycare.
They get cash benefits.
Cash benefits. You get a payment for your electricity. I mean, you get everything paid for. All you have to do is literally just live.
And
everything.
Live the right way.
And some people can't qualify for benefits in times of need, and that's what's so crazy about it. We were in a position where we needed to, we could have definitely, benefited from having food stamps.
Yeah.
So we went down there and didn't qualify, and we're like, how? Looking at our money and everything like that. So to complain about a reduction, and because now you have to pay because you're making enough money that you can afford to pay, is ridiculous. Because like I said, it's so many people that can't even qualify to get the benefits, and they need the benefits. Look out here, all these homeless people and all these people that are starving for a meal. I mean, and you complaining about it, but yet you stunting in a 2024 BMW. Come on.
How much? Wait, before we get into that, let's just unpack this story and give a little bit of backstory about why she even made this video. So after we researched who this chick was, we realized that she was a TikToker, right?
On TikTok.
She was on TikTok, making a lot of money on TikTok. So apparently someone had alerted the what is it, DHS in Michigan, and they decided to send this woman a letter. She goes on there. I guess what she was trying to do was elicit some sympathy from the audience, which she got, because she has well over 100,000 subscribers or followers, whatever they call it on TikTok. We're not on TikTok, but she was saying that she doesn't feel like she should have to give up all that and her rent should be reduced just because she's makes money on TikTok. Okay.
Somebody probably didn't even tell though. I mean,
That's what
she's got,
they probably found her on TikTok.
and all the content is geared towards things like that.
All of her content is
probably
nothing but Section 8, how to make money off of Section 8. Isn't it that all her content?
That's what majority of it looks like.
Profiting off of Section 8. And why can't it just be someone that works there just seen it? So here's my thing. First of all, these programs are funded by taxpayer dollars. She was complaining in the video that, oh, just because she's driving a BMW 2024 and she has to give it back. What the hell? There are people that are how much is a 2024 BMW payment?
Well, it depends on what model it is.
But can we roughly say about $800?
Well, the cost, it still depends what model it is, though.
Well, regardless of whatever the model is, don't you have to have income in order to qualify for a vehicle?
Yeah, you have to have the income.
So clearly, if she can pay for a vehicle, can't she pay for rent?
Exactly.
So I'm missing a lot. I'm missing a lot from.
And that's still a low cost. You complaining about having to pay $400?
And she's making money like that on TikTok?
$400 you're complaining about. I mean, even going back to when I was like 17, it still wasn't $400. It was still for one bedroom. Still had to pay close to $600. And that was a time when prices were much lower than what they are. To even get anything like that now, only place, I mean, not here in the States. You're not finding that.
And they're going to cut her food stamps. Y'all, if she does not, from $4,000 a month in food stamps to, what did she say? 10?
And let me ask a question about
she
this.
just think it's
getting
crazy.
Getting $4,000 a month on food stamp. What are you buying? I'm curious.
Yeah, I am curious
what are you
too.
eating?
They have to be eating the best steak, lobsters in the world, because I don't know how people get there, even with the inflation of groceries. And I don't know how many kids she has, but I think 4,000 is overkill. Do you know how many kids she has?
No, but still, who pays $4,000 a month on food?
I don't know. I know we don't. We don't pay anywhere near that amount.
I mean, you gotta be like some type of celebrity buying a $500 burger or something.
Yeah, because, well, I know, like, there's a lot of people that I knew when they had food stamps, and even currently to this day. Like, we're not even about to brush around this topic like it doesn't exist. First of all, they can go to the seafood section and buy up a whole bunch of seafood. Now, certain states may have certain whatever, because I know the state that I came from, they didn't allow you to buy seafood anymore, or certain stores don't allow you to buy seafood, but they eat real good on food stamps.
For $4,000 a month, still.
Trust me, because
you still not spending $4,000 a month on no food for you to eat.
But they do other things with it too. They sell them.
People spend a couple hundreds, not even $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
But you're talking about 4 bands a month on food.
That's a lot of money to spend on food. But the problem is her car is why they are going after it. And this is another problem. So if she gives up her car, she can keep her assistance. That's the problem. Allegedly, this is what she's saying.
They still know, obviously, the income that's coming in for her to even afford that type of vehicle. and brand new on top of that.
Exactly. So one of the last notifications that this person put out that we can see is now she's complaining that she is going to have to pay back $40,000 to Michigan DHS. I completely agree because, like T mentioned, there are people out here that needs it and can never qualify because they hit over that income limit. They are only looking at, they're not looking at everything else to take into perspective. Like us, we put out a video just recently where we are, shoot, as far as I'm concerned, we should be in a position to receive some type of assistance, but we can't. Why? Because we have properties, we have cars, all of that counts towards income. It doesn't matter what we're bringing in and having to pay out. They're calculating that. So even if we are struggling, we will never be able to get any type of assistance from any type of government agency, or we would have to give up everything we have. I think that's messed up.
And then I mean, you have a lot of people now that it passed down a lot through family members. They learned the system so well that once the mom was on it,
Mm-hmm.
then the daughter's on it, then the grandma's on it, then that niece, nephew, the whole family. It just keeps passing along because they learned the system so good that they just know how to use it. But then, like I said, the other people that try to get on that you see struggling, they can't get the assistance. It's so wild how it is like that.
But what I don't understand is if everything is counting as income, how is you getting cash assistance? You getting food stamps? That does equal money just because it comes in the form of what a on a card. That still equals that's $4,000. Okay, that you could take and sell. And what is the conversion now? What is it? You get half or whatever. That's $2,000 in cash on the street, of course. And then you have all this other stuff. They probably get child support.
But
They get
then
all that other stuff.
sometimes the kids get the checks too because sometimes
Yep.
they have kids with disabilities.
Yep,
So
because that's what she got.
The kids getting Social Security. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Child support.
yeah,
They're getting so many different things. And depending on whatever state you're in, because I know Florida gave the kids their own food stamp card. Remember that?
That story reminded us of our previous in it because she also propped up one day she had a brand new car.
She
And I was
did.
like, that's not her car. I'm like, she said she didn't have a car from the beginning.
Remember she kept hiding it?
I said that can't be her car. But then as we kept going over there, when we go over there, we're like, this is her car.
Yep, and that's what
And
the neighbor said too. It was her car.
One of the neighbors told us somebody popped up with a different car and was like, yeah, look at this brand new car that I just got.
I just think that this is like one of those situations. This is by no means hating. Before we start getting the comments, we already know it's coming. But I think there is a certain level that should be recognized here. And what I mean by that is, why in the hell would you even think that it is appropriate to go out and get a 2024 BMW? I'm not saying you got to go out and get a hoopty, but
Get a used
car.
It's like if you need assistance, because that's what you're getting. If you need to get assisted with paying for food, having a roof over your head, childcare expenses, your electric bill, if you need all this assistance, how don't you need assistance with getting a car then?
Exactly.
Because you can take the bus.
And this brings to another trend that we keep seeing all over YouTube. Everybody keeps talking about how they live in the projects, but they get these $40,000 cars, or YouTube paying them $20,000 to $30,000 a month, and all this other stuff. This stuff is just foolishness. I can't say if it's true or if it's not. We don't know. But I can damn sure tell you one damn thing. If we were in the projects and we're making that type of money, we would not. Why are you still in the projects?
$30,000 a month. That means in 4 months You made $120,000. People don't even make that a year.
Exactly. So I don't. So there is a couple of different things. When they ask for how much income do you make, what are they asking for? Are they asking for pay stubs, like W-2 employment? Because everybody that gets paid from these different platforms, those are 1099s. So is that the way that they're skirting by, not claiming their stuff? Because that's just foolish as hell if that's the way they're doing it. But you know damn well that is what they're doing. Because how are you going unclaimed? You are still making money. But now you are taxed differently. You have to pay things a little differently because you're not getting your taxes taken out by an employer because essentially you are self-employed. It's insane.
I don't know. It's tough because I'm thinking now, how do they even buy a car? What are you giving to the dealership
I have no
to show
clue.
proof of income?
I have no clue, but let me tell you something. BMW is one of the hardest places to get a car at. We went to go try to get a car at Honda, okay? And they was asking 1,000,001 questions. Wanted you at the time. They wanted us to have like a 750 credit score, and no, our credit score was nowhere near that. So I can only imagine how it is at BMW. I mean,
And that's a high maintenance vehicle on top of that.
exactly.
It costs a lot to maintain a BMW.
So I can understand if she said something like a 2000 BMW. Why did she have to say the name of the car? We didn't have to know about that. She said the name of the car because she wanted people to know that she had a 2024 BMW. It was a low-key flex on everybody else that does not have a BMW. I mean, hell.
Yeah, I mean, she told on herself, really. Like I said, ain't nobody
Exactly.
telling her. You going online telling that you got this. Not just keeping quiet and just riding around it. You going online telling that you got it and telling the world that you're getting
And how to do it.
all this government assistance. You telling all that. Hey y'all, I get food stamps. I got Section 8. I got this, I got that, I got that. And I just bought me a 2024 BMW. You're telling everybody that you got that. It's not nobody telling on you. You telling on yourself. Telling the world.
Unfortunately, the way that the world is going, and I know everybody is watching the news and everything else. If you're not, I suggest you start doing your research. What you used to get away with under a different administration, let's just put it like that, it will not happen like that anymore. There are people getting cut all over the place. And then she has the audacity to tell people how to skirt the system. That is not only inappropriate, that is just highly, like, undignified, number one, and just straight up wrong. These are, see, and this is the problem that I really have. These are people that don't even put into the system. I'm not saying everybody doesn't put into the system. But someone with that type of mentality that's going around saying, oh yeah, you just do this and just you just get this and you get this. No girl, you do this and do all that and then you could get a whole bunch of money. Let me tell you something. I know someone personally making more money sitting having babies, right? Than a person working in tech. And you heard that right. Just sitting there, popping babies out. Because they live in one of them states, Commonwealth states, that support this type of foolishness behavior. It's insane. It's not meant, these programs are not meant for you. Like T said, your grandma had it. Your auntie and them had it. Your cousin's uncle and them had it. Everybody had it. It's not meant for you to have it your whole life.
Because you blocking somebody else from getting it that need it on top of that. Taking up a slot.
Exactly. And you know what? One of the things that I was looking at, especially during what we were talking about this tenant, we were researching how many veterans get Section 8 from the city where they distribute our Section 8 at. That percentage is really, really low. I don't even think it's 1%. Is it even 1%?
Probably not.
And there are so many homeless veterans, and we're not even just saying that just because obviously we are a military family, but that is like really sad. There is a whole population out there that goes unserviced. Yeah, you can say, oh, whatever, the VA has them or stuff like that. T can speak more to that than me. But everything is not what they put out there.
I mean, with that, they'll just need to really check on my trying not talk about it. I'll talk about it on there. We'll probably.
Yeah, we'll put a link to his channel if you want to learn more about what they do in the VA, what they don't do. But most importantly, we just, of course, we are very opinionated, as you can tell, for anyone that has been following us. And it's with due cause. But some things just need to be talked about. You do not need to be going online and creating a whole community on how to scam the government. Because essentially what you're doing, you are scamming the government, but you're scamming the people that pay into the government to fund these programs. Understand what you're doing. But there's a whole following. It keeps popping up everywhere you look. The more ratchet it is, the more people follow. Because people just want to be, what is it? They just want to be, I don't want to say evil. What is the word that I'm looking for? They just don't want to do the right thing. They just don't want to do the right thing. Yes, people follow in hard times. Yes, people have children and all this other stuff. We're not saying that, but to just go out and just say, oh, I'm just going to, you know what? Not only am I just going to get housing, first of all, housing is their biggest expense. They are paying currently 95% of her rent. The chick that was in our house, how much was they paying?
100%.
Plus, they were giving her utility allowance.
Plus, she had a job.
But because the job she made, she knew what to make. See, this is what I'm talking about. That scam mentality. They know what the threshold to make, so they won't charge them. And she quit right before recertification. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop that. And if anybody comes in this comments and talk about, well, this and all this, no, you would definitely be shut down immediately. We do not respond to foolishness. Not at all. Because
the way I see it, like I said, she the one that told on herself. If you make yourself a target, expect
to get hit.
That's it. That's it. Don't steal my quote.
I won't steal it.
I'm talking to everybody out there.
Oh.
Steal my quote. I just started on the spot. So
yeah. You come up with some good quotes. You should definitely patent your quotes.
I need to. Just patent. I mean now. So.
Or at least give T some credit about the quote, like T said, right? But all jokes aside, this is highly disgusting, and this is not cool, and especially now more than ever, we would be more than happy. I really wish our mortgage can be full $100. But that will be just awesome to us. I wouldn't even give a damn about going from 60 to 400. Whatever. It's way less than what we're paying right now.
Hey, take 95% of my mortgages and bills. I'll get rid of my car.
Exactly. I'll get rid of that car in a heartbeat. There is
no walking dude. I'd be walking
exactly
everywhere.
Because why?
I'll be Ubering, whatever the case I need to do to get around.
Exactly.
I can have a hoopty. Okay.
Exactly.
You paying 95% and in exchange for me to have a hoopty. That's a done deal.
Because that's called being grateful. That's called not being privileged or feeling like you're being privileged or anything like that. Entitled. See, that's that foolish ass entitlement behavior. I don't like saying this word, but some people really do need to humble themselves. They need to come down a couple of notches here. You already getting everything in the world. Your kids are fed. You have a roof over your head. Clearly you can afford $400 in rent. She never once said that she could not afford it. She was mad because she had to give her car back in order to keep her assistance. That is foolish.
Well,
We don't want to beat a dead horse. So let's bring this down to the comments and let us know what y'all think. Peace.